Okay, so I would just to get like the feeling of the world. I'll just read like so this is very low magic world where life is often brutal and short for those who are not wealthy or part of the church's clergy. Many are mistreated, abused, and subjected to injustice daily. It feels to a commoner as if society is degrading as a whole, leaving the world less and less safe as time progresses. Think about this as if you're living through the fall of the Roman Empire in the Dark Ages. So, welcome to Gilmores Keep, a small but growing village of the country Medenvard, and likely the only village you've ever known. You can hear the muffled scraping and shuffling of shovels outside as the streets are cleared of refuse. You can smell the moist, humid shit of farm animals and dead fish on the cool morning breeze. And you can hear the tingling of 100 bells as a shepherd moves his sheep through the cobbles of town, splashing in the rain puddles. It is the morning before the greatest festival of the year, which begins at the ending of this workday that's yet to begin for you. The Feast of Saint Belfort is a time when the 5 finest cows of your locale's respective high nobles' fields are slaughtered in remembrance of Saint Belfort, the holy provisioner. You know all about this ancient man and the other saints of the Sancropentus, for a child cannot grow in Medenvard without knowing each one of the saints' names, whether to love or loathe them. During this festival, a massive feast is to be prepared for the commoners, and work is suspended for 2 evenings and 1 day for most common folk. It is a time for people to party as if it were their final day of living, to hawk their wares in hopes of a transient boon, to enjoy the plentiful and endless free food that they constantly lust for, to show their strengths and skills while competing in contests, and to direct their loves and fortunes as they court their future wives or husbands. For others, with the guards stretched thin throughout the festivities, it is a time to steal what they can, to settle scores, to get even. Most would agree that they have been looking forward to this festival for the entire year. We will start with Daigle Scothchuck.
I'm sitting there at the end, or I'm sitting there in the Tavern of Sloppy Sisters explaining to just a random patron there buying me a drink, someone interested in my story. Oh, there's not much to me, really. They called me Daigle the Dam for what I do. Traveling sin eater. I wonder these godless lands to find purpose and meaning, you know. I've chosen this blasphemous practice as easy mean to survive. Taking advantage of the naive, rich, and powerful definitely has its perks. So surely no good deed goes unpunished, but, you know, for a bit of free coin and meat and bread, sure, I'll happily exchange my soul. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. I'm kind of a stranger around here, but, you know, I always end up here. This is my favorite tavern. I just end up here. I don't know. Maybe it's just the cheap drinks or whatever. But you know, I was a peasant at birth. I grew up in a small seaving town, not far from here. It's pretty religious practice until the church moved in to capitalize on my people's cultures and freedoms, brainwashing many into believing their lies, and those who didn't follow, like my father, of course, were branded a heretic, and they're either strung up and hung or exiled in the wilderness with nothing on them besides the bread and a knife and just the clothes on their backs. I like to travel quite a bit to my line of work. It's never really a good thing if somebody remembers your face. So as a senator, I'm often thanked and feared and hated, and occasionally not always in that order. Well, no matter how far I travel and how much I work, fate always guides me right back to Gilmores Keep. They find me just sinking my sorrows like I'm doing now. The pint, the Sloppy Sisters, the best of ale. Of course, surrounded by the grace of all company all over there. Yeah, see that corner? Those are my bestest of buds that I like to hang out with. That one over there is Edgar. That one over there, about, you know, knees deep in that pint of ale is Anu. And Wilton Bonecrag. Oh, that son of a bitch. He owes me like 5 coins or something. But yeah, those are my guys. Anyway, around for everyone here.
Okay, you as you are finishing up your story and pointing to your friends, you realize that the the commoner you were speaking to is passed out upon the table with booze and green bile leaking from his mouth. He's snoring loudly, and the bartender is cleaning out a glass with a dirty rag and just shaking his head. He says, Bill's like that. You feel the alcohol begin to fill your head as the night grows thick and the group separates for the evening. Fade to black. Rise and shine, Daigle. The guards had woken you early in the morning time and brought you before a store, priest of the Orthodoxy, spiritual counselor of the Gilmore family. The sight of this pink-cheeked, plump and pompous robed man fills your heart with disgust, as did the keep's interior chapel with its high ceiling, stained glass composing images of the saints, in rows upon rows of seats for only a handful of attendees deemed worthy. All of it likely paid in blood by people like your family. A store has commanded you to pray at the altar on your knees before finishing this day's sole task, ritualistically absorbing the sins of the Gilmore's youngest daughter, Citrine. By the time you are done pretending to pray, the sun has risen in the sky. A store motions for you to rise and says, "Young Citrine waits in the guest dining hall. Please join her now, my son," while gesturing towards the door, an unmistakable twinge of disgust upon his lips.
All right, so, what do we have, for this evening? What's going on here?
He says, "Well, for the evening, you'll be spending it out on the festival grounds with the rest of the commoners, I'm sure."
Well, what are the sins I am to here to eat?
He says, "You know very well that's the Gilmore's business. You're just supposed to eat the porridge and get on with your day."
Very well. You wouldn't have to have some a bit of water or maybe some ale or something. My mind's a bit fuzzy and I got a bit of a headache.
The third door on the left is the guest dining room. You'll find yourself a glass of wine there and a warm pot of food, and the Gilmore's daughter, Citrine, across the table from you. It is her sins you'll be eating today.
Well, here I go, being the hero again. I'll go right there and go to have myself a good old glass of wine.
Yep, enjoy yourself while you can, Daigle. And you can see like constantly there's just like condescension on his face. This is like this is a pretty routine thing. This is probably one of your least favorite people in the world.
So I walk through there. I sit down, and she's alive, right?
Yeah. So through the door to the room, it's quite dim. The windows are shut and draped over with blinds. The artwork upon the walls, like, inscrutable to the human eye in this dim light. There's a single candelabra housing a dozen white candles that is lit over the dark table. There's nothing upon it but two place settings at both ends of the long table with a single small silver pot that's steaming. On the other side of the table, you see the young, dark-haired Citrine Gilmore, probably around 10 years old. She stares at you as you enter and does not speak a word. She looks afraid.
Go ahead. I don't bite. You're about 10. You're like born yesterday. What kind of sins could you have commit?
She says, "I know I'm not supposed to speak. Do I think this is the last time that I will see you? I've dreamt a dream of death, and that is my sin."
So I just sit there in silence and I just keep drinking the wine. Like, yeah, that's called a nightmare. That's called a nightmare. We all have them. You're a sinful beast, aren't you?
You're like, the fuck?
Yep. She just stares down into her porridge and just starts eating the porridge.
Don't
you
worry.
can tell that she's sobbing a little.
Don't worry. It's quite bland. They've never heard of peppers in this side of town or this country.
Yeah, because they're white. Sorry.
As I a mouthful of porridge. So, what kind of dream are you having there?
King Guy voice. Sorry.
She looks up from her porridge for a minute and wipes away a little of the grime from her lower lip, and she says, my whole family slaughtered. Our homes burned. And me left alone.
No, just calm
crying.
down. Eat your porridge and stare at this horrid painting on the wall.
A loud knock comes on the door, and so you hear and a guard knocks in. He's like, "Quiet in there! What's all this hubbub about?"
Just sinful stuff, sir.
Oh,
Don't worry about it.
Stuff.
Nothing. I won't do anything under the bright sun. Nothing that a man of God wouldn't do.
All right,
Sounds
very
very
well.
awkward.
Make it quick. The lady needs to get to her lessons.
So I tell her, there's a good chance that that's just your mind trying to keep you busy. If I maybe it's just stress or all that. I couldn't tell you, but I'll tell you this, that don't you worry. Nothing bad ever really happens around this town.
Roll a deception check.
Why is Matthew just? I picture Matthew as Gimli. Like half the height of this.
Did I roll
girl.
6 or a 20?
Roll a d20, and then add +2.
18.
So she wipes away some of her tears and she says, thank you, Daigle. I guess this sin-eating stuff really does work.
It does. Don't worry, you're going right up there, at the pearly gates and all that. By the way, I actually got a place I go to be real soon. So you probably eat this all the time. So if you don't mind, I don't mind taking your plate to go since you're not very hungry. And I'll go ahead and take my wine. And I gotta get going here.
She says, I don't really know how all that works, but I think they'll let you out as soon as you finish your meal.
Yeah, I think we're done here. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up, and you're fine. You're gonna go to a great place. Nothing bad's ever gonna happen to you and your people. So I'm just gonna grab this wine here and fill up my water skin, and I'll get going now.
All right, sweet. So so you complete the meal in there. You fill up your wineskin with the There's just like a what do you call that? A carafe of wine on the table. So you go ahead and fill your wineskin with that, and and you head out for your day.
And I say, sweet dreams.
Are made of these.
I'm out. I'm out.
And then we'll go to so now we're going to travel outside of the castle keep of the Gilmores, down to the southeastern portion of town near the Sloppy Sister, to a decrepit hovel where our character Edgar Nolan lives. If you'd like to introduce yourself, Edgar.
Oh boy, here I go. The name's Edgar Nolan, class of a bum and master to none. My occupation, stable boy. Yes, you heard right, a stable boy. Bottom of the servant pecking order, though I can hardly complain. Being the abandoned offspring of 2 addiction-plagued individuals doesn't exactly scream desirable person in the employment market. My aunt's okay. Raised me the best any hallucinogenic abuser could, and for that I'm forever in her debt. So no surprise when I took a mean cut from her overly cocky peddler. That's where I met him, Leonard Lenova, coachman for the illustrious Gilmores. He must have seen a bit of himself in me that day because he patched me up and offered me a spot in the stables. I'd call it divine intervention if I believe anything in this world was divine at all. So now I spend my days devoted to my work. By 5 a.m., I have to have the stable doors open, racks cleaned of waste, filled with hay, horses fed, and groomed with a wisp. This was to be done minimum of twice a day, filling in the blanks with busy work. Most days, Mr. Lenova sends me to the market for supplies, so I slip out to help support my aunt's living expenses and make my way to the Sloppy Sister for a few ales with the boys, the slop tops, That's what we call ourselves. The serenity that comes from singing, laughing, near brawls, and Wilton Bonecrag's repetitive rambles of rebellion that can make the drunk feel like revolutionary heroes. But alas, all good things must come to an end. And as I say my slurring goodbyes and stumble home to start it all over again tomorrow, the mundane life of a stable boy.
Dear young Edgar, you awake from a dream where you were riding Hudson, the most prized of the horses in the stables you clean each morn. You were riding him off towards a distant castle in the fragrant springtime, smelling of wildflowers. However, you bitterly awake to the inescapable aroma of horseshit that forever lingers in your home. To the gurgling cries of a woman, your aunt, in the common area of your home, you hear something tumble over. Another thing shatters.
Do I start now?
Yeah.
Such a nice dream. Why can't it ever smell like lilacs in here? I fucking love lilacs. Would I
Taking
go
down
outside?
notes. Edgar loves lilacs. Perfect.
I guess I go outside. Are we like we're narrating what movements we do too? Or do
Yeah.
we-
So what's going on right here is I just described that like you're waking up in your bed. You just had this dream about riding a horse off into the sunset. You woke up to your actual life. You're smelling horse shit, and you hear your aunt like you hear things falling over in the living room, and your aunt gurgling.
Suck a dick.
I walk out thinking another routine day of her throwing a fit over not having her fixed for the evening. I don't know.
Okay. So you walk out though.
Yeah, so I walk out thinking
Okay.
she's just having another fit because she hasn't got her fix yet. And then I say, "Come on, it's not even noon yet. I'll get you what you need."
You see that Aunt Lyra is cowering beneath the table. Her eyes are wide with panic. The chairs are all pushed to the ground. She's muttering, "Pray, pray the hogs. Pray the hogs do not tear into my flesh." She begins whipping the air with a stretch of leather ended with a damaged ring of metal, a broken horse's bit, one of your own possessions. One you were meant to repair but have held on to for an awful long time for some reason. She's swinging it at you menacingly, climbing out from under the table, screaming, "Back, you hog! Back, you hog, man!"
I try to restrain her, knowing I'm going to get the shit beat out of myself, yelling, "Auntie, please, please, it's just another one of your visions. Come on."
Okay, sweet. So let's do a charisma roll as you try to calm her down.
All right. Which one do I roll?
Roll a d20, and then we'll just add the modifier of your charisma.
All right.
Modify that fucking.
Roll it. Was that 10?
Yeah. What's your charisma modifier?
13. Oh, plus 1. Sorry.
11. Okay, so you managed to she recognizes that it's you, and you can see that she's like very confused, but she's still standing there. She's holding the whip. She's about to swing it, but she's like backing away from you into a wall.
I just tell her, "Come on, just put it down. It's your sweet little nephew, remember? You used to change me." I don't know. "Remember I told you jokes. You laughed."
Okay, yep. So she starts shaking her head. She falls down to her knees, and she drops the whip, and she just starts crying.
There. I go over to pat her head. "Just sweet little Eddie. Everything's fine."
I just need more.
I'll get you it as soon as I can, I promise. I'll make my rounds, and then I'll hurry back home.
She
No
vomits
worries.
on your boots
Fuck.
and passes out next to her pool of vomit.
I lift her and... Do I have a bed? Is that what I have?
Yeah, there's 2 beds in here. There's basically, you have yeah, there's 2 beds in here. There's sleeping mats on like maybe a bit of wood and hay.
All right, I tend to lift her to one of those, and do you have like a bucket of water or something I
Okay.
can wipe off her face with?
Yeah, okay. You grab a bucket of water and a dirty rag and
Brush it off. For for someone who don't eat much, she sure does have a lot of chunks in there. Lucky bitch.
Okay, you get your aunt cleaned up and set up in the bed, and yeah, she's just passed out now. It is about 5 in the morning. It's about time for you to start your shift. It's still dark outside, but you can hear the sheeps as they're being moved through the town by the shepherd between the farm fields, and yeah.
So I'm just
And
I'm
chickens.
walking. Okay, so I'm walking to my job.
Okay, yeah. Do you pick up your broken bit?
Yeah, I pick it up and shake my head. Like
Okay,
it's not
cool.
like it's an everyday thing.
Okay, so you take it, probably stuff it in your pants or something,
Hell
and
yeah. Right in the front.
as you step out, as you're leaving the house for work, you can see that there's a man across the street staring at your door, frowning angrily. He says, "Best leave her, boy. She's cursed. Cast her out, lest you come to share her sins. These are a friend's words."
Yeah, too bad I ain't much for friends unless they hold ale. Then I just give them the finger and walk off.
Okay, you hear him spit at you as you walk away.
That still smells better than vomit. I just keep walking.
All right, man. Yeah, so you arrive at the stables just a bit late, and Mr. Lenova greets you kindly, and he says, "All right, we've got a big job today. I'm gonna need you to clean off the stables, and then we're gonna have to cut off and replace all the horseshoes on the horses. They're gonna need to look fine for the promenade at the festival today. Sound good?"
Yep. I don't know what else to say to that. I just smile at.
True minimum wage worker right
I
there.
have.
That is the worker.
I do a crooked smile and nod my head and
That's the
Yeah.
worker.
I don't know,
right there.
Yeah, no, it's kind of funny how real that is, though, right? Because the boss has no
love it
idea
'cause
what's
we're all
going
like,
on. It's
"Mm."
home. He's just
Yeah,
like, yeah, this is gonna be
it's
fun.
like-
Huh?
What you gotta say? Yep.
Excellent.
And as-
And with
Sounds good, boss man.
Never mind. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's all I need.
sweet. And now we will we'll take a trip not very far, just to a section of town with some slightly less decrepit hovels. Brookside. We will find Wilton Bonecrag. How would you like to introduce yourself, Wilton?
My name is Wilton, House of Bonecrag, son of Thornton and Melinda Bonecrag, first of his name, master of the spade, wielder of pocket sand. What else could I say?
Stalwart young Wilton. As with each and every day, you wake to the pink light of early morning with a dizzying hangover. It has rained through the evening, and you can still hear the pittering of water into a wooden bowl as a leak in your roof continues to relieve itself. Your father has already left for work, likely before the sun had ever shown itself in the sky. Your grandparents, both wrinkled and bowed, are throwing together rags and cloths into a large pot to go and clean them in the brook. Your grandfather nods silently at you, and your grandmother grunts toward the worn table where a clay tankard and bowl sit. An ale and a cold porridge await you.
I go sit and slam that ale as fast as I can to beat this rippling hangover. What was that?
Dude, roll a Constitution.
A 9.
Oh yeah, with that, you slam it in like 1 second, dude. You throat goat it, and it goes straight down like a glizzy, son. So yeah, it immediately goes to your head, and although you're a little fucked up, your morning has just improved dramatically.
Flared.
So as you step out of the house, you're looking at the same ramshackle part of town you've always lived in, but it kind of looks like you're looking at it through like a rainbow lens, like as if you're a
Feeling
leprechaun. Yeah, so you go walking through town. You pass the Sloppy Sister. You can see that there's already people out front of it smoking pipes.
Lucky bastards.
Probably some friends you recognize. And you head all the way across town square where you can see the stalls beginning to be set up. You can see that there are merchants coming in, that there's carts, there's oxen, and there are donkeys. And They are setting up their stalls. There's different wares. You can see that there's like they're setting up archery targets. They're setting up a carriage, a broken carriage onto the ground. Oddly, they're putting barrels with water. They're dumping apples into them. You know what I'm saying? And you get all the way over to the stables where your tools are.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Sorry. So I take all the tools that I got for the job for the day. So I grab the hand cart. I throw the hand spade on there. Grab that hoe, throw it up on there. Shovel, pickaxe, gloves. And of course, grab a handful of pocket sand.
Excellent. You reach down, grab the pocket sand. Yeah. All right, so you grab everything together into your wheelbarrow and you take it out to the dig site. They're currently digging a bunch of trenches to set in post and mortar as they build the perimeter that's going to be going around the keep, turning it into like a castle for refuge in future times. You can see that there's like a bunch of partially done construction. There's beams sitting up. There's two half finished guard towers, and there's two complete guard towers along the north end. As you come closer, you see that the foreman standing out towards the front. It's Captain Dreg. He's walking around with a clipboard, and he sees you walk up with your wheelbarrow of tools. He says, that Minden boy ain't showed himself for work today. How about you go and fetch him, Wilton? If no, get on your digging now.
Go fetch him yourself.
Do a charisma check. Yeah, if it's a 0. Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet. So he looks at you and he stares at you for a moment. He looks like he's turning red for a second. And then he cracks and he says, "Ha! You bone crags have sharp tongues, don't you? Get in the fucking trench." I'll send someone else. Get in the fucking trench.
All right, boss man.
All right. And that's going to conclude Wilton's intro. So now, a new Freeman. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Well, my name's Anu Freeman, and what could I say? I used to have a normal life, but like always, life decided to kick me in the ass. And now I'm living outside my hometown with a price on my head, but, could be better, I guess. Could be worse.
Poor Anu Freeman, an outlaw, vagabond, wanted man. As your eyes flutter open, your first thoughts of the day concern what you've become. You awake with a sore back atop a sodden sleeping mat, under a collection of brush stacked as to be inconspicuous beneath a stand of haggard weeping willows outside of town. Through the night, a large black spider has spun a web over the entrance to your hideaway. Extra camouflage so far as you're concerned. You look at a pouch of dried meats and crusty bread with distaste. Looking out through the branches, you can see Gilmores Keep to the west. And you can hear the sounds of construction and the movement of animals. Though coming from the east in the distance, you see the unmistakable shape of a wagon coming along the road towards you and the keep.
Well, shit, if the word wasn't bad enough, they really have to be doing construction and waking me up this early. God damn, I guess it's time to head into town. No use trying to get back to sleep now.
Ooh, so you start getting yourself ready to go into town?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do you do?
Grab my backpack, put my boots on, kill that fucking spider.
Splat, you splat the spider between your hands and it squishes black ooze with satisfaction.
Yeah, and I try to make my way to the town without being seen by the wagon.
Okay, so this is pretty open plains. You can try staying near the street. You can try staying near the tree line a little bit. Go ahead and roll a stealth roll. There we go. 14 plus 2. Okay. Yeah, so you are crouching low to the ground. You're outside of sight. You're going between rocks where and when you can, and you're making slow pass to Gilmore's Keep. The wagon begins to catch up with where you are. They don't seem to notice you at all. You're still a ways outside of town. You can see the wagon is laden with some goods. Looks like mostly specialty foods and maybe some odd wares, some bundles. There's 2 donkeys pulling the wagon, and only 1 man is seated upon it.
Shit, if all the festivities are going in town, where's that shit going? The shit's leaving the town. Why is that going? That's all I said to myself. I'd have no one to talk to. I'm literally just crawling through bushes right now.
Mike asked the tree frog next to him.
All right, yeah. So the wagon eventually passes you by and heads into town, and you sneak in through the other side unseen, and I assume make your way to the Sloppy Sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, unless I have anything to sell, but I don't think I do.
I don't think so, Joe.
Yeah.
Stop.
Because I had crusty fucking meats and bread, and I don't think anybody wants that shit.
Yeah.
I want your crusty meat and bread.
I just wanted to say the crusty bread thing. I was like, I know who was playing the bread game. That's why I had my microphone off, because I didn't want to fucking break character.
I don't know, I couldn't think of what to do because I'm just by myself in a deserted wood.
You can pick up talking to yourself.
Trying not to
out
draw
loud.
attention, so I'm not going to try to rob a wagon.
You should have a Wilson, like a rock that you have a face drawn on or something.
Yeah, but you could have successfully robbed that wagon had you tried.
I'm not fucking risking that.
True.
I'm already wanted.
I risked an ass beating for mouthing off.
I'm already a wanted man. Why the fuck would I risk that?
Figures.
But we're
Not
okay.
figures, but the other
Yes,
word.
you make
makes
it. You
sense
make it
or
back in
whatever.
town, and then with your good stealth check, you manage to make it through unnoticed. You can see that the people are like setting up the festivities or whatever, and you know all of your friends are still at work right now, but you guys are supposed to meet up at the Sloppy Sister before the festival begins.
Slop tops. Sorry. Sorry. That's her.
Slopped up.
That's her fucking chance.
So we're all meet up.
Well, I'm in the Sloppy Sister. Or I made
He
it.
got there early.
Are we all there?
Not yet.
Here, yeah. So we're gonna actually fast forward.
Well, some of us have jobs, Matthew. We're not just sitting around fucking talking.
I
to
just sit
bitches.
around talking to little girls about what
That's the
sin
thing.
they've
It's like I'm
committed.
the only one without a job.
But you're excused because you did something where you can't have one.
So in New Freeman, you come into the Sloppy Sister. You walk past 2 men smoking pipes in the front. They nod to you. You know, they recognize you here. Everybody keeps their lips shut in the Sloppy Sister. That's a thing.
Well, like that.
Hell yeah.
So
Regardless of the reputation of the Sloppy Sister, I still find a darker corner. But I do go up to the bartender first and try to get a free drink since I have no money.
all right, so you walk up to the familiar face of Berthold, the bartender, and he says, Freeman, what can I do you for today?
How about a drink?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, how about a free drink, though?
How about a free drink?
That's what I said.
Well, it is the festival.
That was
not
that
quite
what that
yet.
shit was?
Fuck it. Let's have a drink, you and I.
Well, there we
He
go,
pours-
buddy.
He pours a drink for himself, and he pours a drink for you.
Can I
drink
butt
it
in?
vigorously as a...
Don't you forget about me. Hey, Mr. Freeman.
Oh, this loud Irish fuck
yeah,
again.
yeah.
You guys see
Don't
Daigle.
you forget about me.
Yeah, so now it's later in the day, basically, just to clarify times.
Yeah, Matt just throws himself in.
Yeah. So
Look at me.
So our friend, a New Freeman, go ahead and roll a Constitution save. You've been drinking with the bartender here throughout the daytime. 5. You're already wasted, man.
That's what I like. Oh, shit.
So you're wasted when you hear the sound of the church bells tolling within the Gilmores Chapel, a loud cascading bell tone that crosses all the way out into the farmlands and across the delta. You can hear a response, a chorus of trumpets from the center of town, the commencement of the festival, as Daigle appears through the front door of the bar.
Oh, shit, look who it is.
Hey, my guy's here. How you doing, everyone? Drinks on the house, and I'm just kidding. Only if you're paying. Hey, I could buy a drink for my best of bud here. Mr. Freeman, how you doing? How's work going? How's the farm? I'm just bullshit. I know you're poor. You don't know any of that.
Son of a bitch.
I've been drinking since noon. What time is it? All right. How about 3 drinks? One for me, one for Mr. Freeman over here, and another one for me. Let's go.
I think I'll have to pass on that.
You can see that Anu's face is red. He's visibly wasted.
You better push that shit.
Slurring his words. A little spittle in his beard. In his fucking outlands, living on the fucking forest beard.
No, Mr. Freeman.
Bird nest in this bitch.
We've all been there before. You just need a little bit more of the creature, and we'll be fine.
I think your Irish ass is lying to me.
As you guys are talking to one another, you see Edgar and Wilton coming through the door together. Since you guys kind of like, you bring your tools back to where Edgar works, so you probably returned your tools and you guys walked across town together.
Oh,
Is this
great.
gonna be-
Horse shit and sassy mouth is here.
I walk up to the bar looking like I have a dark cloud above my head. Looking down at my
shit.
barf and
Sorry.
horse shit covered boots.
Yeah, there's bits of straw and horse shit stuck to his boots as he walks in. And Bertolt says he looks Daigle right in the eyes and he goes, "Guess Edgar's here." He sniffs the air loudly.
I stare blankly at the ground.
Okay, he sees you staring at the ground and he says, "Oh, come on, it's
was gonna pop in.
it's the fucking festival. Come on,
Yeah,
get your ass over here and get yourself an ale."
Yeah, for what, the Saints? Bunch of kitty fiddlers.
Hey now, only 2/3 of the saints are kitty fiddlers. That's what I always say.
Where they're fiddling or
But not too
watching.
loud. You wouldn't want a priest to hear you. He said, "We don't get much priests in here, though. No, just a bunch of you lot."
I look up with a few dried tears on my face. It's like, I'm sorry if I'm not in the best of moods. I kind of walked into a crime scene earlier.
What is it, raining outside, or are you just a pussy?
Oh, I love this bartender.
Bertolt is no holds barred. This is
Yeah.
common Bertolt. This is
My aunt found her
This is Carla from Cheers.
suffocated in her own puke.
Oh,
she
shit.
dead?
She must have found a different Jocko, that piece of shit. She must have went to her old one. The old peddler that was more affordable than the other.
Yeah, well, join the rest
I
of
forget
us.
my
Life sucks.
fucking
That's
well-
all there is.
Kill him.
At least she died doing what she loved, huh?
I just took a turn.
Drugs.
I slammed my hands on the fucking bar table, screaming,
Hey,
"I'll
Bert,
fucking
we-
kill him."
She's not dead. You're
Shaking in
bullshitting me.
anger.
I can tell. All right, so you guys are back at the inn. Bertod is berating you probably, and you guys are having some like drinks. You can hear the trumpets going off, and you can hear people begin to like flood into town square from different parts of town. You can hear celebrations. Too,
So
just
tons of people are
whooping,
flooding. Or
hollering.
they're flooding into town square, not the bar.
Yeah.
All right, fellas.
Okay.
I
A
think
few
we should
people
take this.
stumble into the bar, but most people are.
I
heading
think we
towards
should take
downtown.
this drink outside if you don't mind. We can go ahead and take this drink outside.
Yeah, I think some air would be good.
Bertod says, "You're not
Fuck.
taking those tankards out of here, but yeah, go ahead and take the rest of your drink. Finish it. Give me my fucking cups."
I don't even
grab
have a
him.
tanker. God.
Can I grab him by the shirt? Can I grab him by the shirt and be like, "Listen, motherfucker, we're taking this shit outside."
Just it's the fucking accent.
Okay,
Well,
you,
you see, I've seen Matt do this in real life. No.
I tell him.
Do
I
a
tell him,
charisma.
listen. Okay.
sorry. You can finish saying what you want to say though.
I was gonna say, listen, motherfucker. Okay, we're about to enjoy the
Irish.
festivities, and no. This is the real me. Okay, motherfucker. I'm a con man for a living. Okay, and I do what I can to get by. and you're not going to ruin this festival for me or not for nobody, okay? And I've been a respected patron for years, and I've been here every day. You playing the same game, okay, motherfucker? Okay, I tip you all the time, generously. I fucking tip you, you son of a bitch. Okay, and so I'm gonna roll my d20.
Yeah. So
Roll the
this is,
14.
your charisma modifier?
My modifier is I think I have a -2.
Okay, so you get a 12 for intimidating. Okay, so I'll just say Bertolt's considerably bigger than you, and he so he just he begins to chuckle to himself. He's like, "Get your hands off me, you frilly little puss!" And he just shoves you back.
You're strong. You're right. You're big and you're strong.
You go right back to your Irish accent.
So, sorry, if you excuse me, my mates, we'd like to take this outside so that way we can enjoy the festivities. I mean, shoot, they know these tankers come from here, you know, they're they're indistinguishable from the higher end pub. I don't mean that. I mean, everyone knows what these tankers look like. Don't you think it'd be a bit of an advertisement if we went out there for a bit with these?
Oh, fuck, just let the Irishman take his drink.
Cough up a silver piece, you can take the tankard with you. You can take all these tankards with you. Cough up a silver piece.
You're my man. I knew I could back it with you. You're just my favorite place in town, and I'll tell everyone about you. You're the best. You're
lucky
number
I don't
one.
charge you double next time, you cunt. Now say a prayer to Saint Belfort on the festival for me.
I'll
Okay?
definitely do it for you. I'll be there. I'll be there.
For sure.
You're a good lad. You're a good lad. A frilly
Thank you,
little
sir.
good lad.
Yes, I try to be, and I appreciate your I appreciate your service and everything. We're gonna have tons of fun at the festival. Your name, the sloppy sister, will be mentioned in the church's prayers. I tell you that. You have my word.
Well, thank you for that. Yeah, I could use
You-
all the
you
prayers
won't-
I have.
You're not hear a prayer without sloppy sister in it. There'll be tons of prayers. No one's gonna get into heaven without saying one word of sloppy sister. I'd love to have me a sloppy
I
sister.
grab onto Dougal so that I can make it outside.
Okay. You know,
Dougal, you dick.
prayers don't pay the bill, but they can't hurt. So.
Drunken ramblings of a sinner or sin eater.
Same thing.
Wait, does Matthew's character get drunk and spill other sins of other people?
I do. My guy's a scumbag. I keep it written in my book.
Yep. He says,
I'm a gossiper.
yeah, just
Masturbated
sure-
to some granny feats.
just make sure, just make sure you watch out, okay? A lot of people out there. Gonna be a lot of people, a lot of food, a lot of dancing, a lot of drinking. Says you just be careful out there. You know the nobles loathe this kind of shit. People having fun. So yeah, just be careful.
Thank you, sir. There's a tip from the house for you.
Tankard very
I'm gonna.
much.
That puts me at SP's the gold, right, or silver?
Yeah.
So I'm at
Drop
3
one
from
SP?
5. I was gonna drop another one, an extra one, so I'll be a 3.
Oh, okay. You drop him 2 silver pieces, and he says, "Hell, call me whatever you want. You keep paying like that."
No, we
I'll
can't-
call you father if you pay right. If you pay me
Son
back.
of a bitch. I'm a son of a
call you-
cunt. I don't care.
I'll call you daddy if you pay me back.
Reckon I'll see you back here tonight then, huh? Yeah, let's get sloppy, boy, huh?
Oh, please.
Tops.
Okay, some other
When's
people,
the sloppy one?
a couple other villagers come up to the bar, and Bertolt starts serving them. Coppers and silvers are hitting the table, and you can see him rubbing his hands together. For him, the festival has now begun too.
I just mumble as I walk away.
Ooh.
I suggest to move to a quieter part of the bar.
Okay. Yeah, so there's an open corner not far from the entrance. That's pretty quiet. There's nobody there.
But you guys want to go to that corner?
I tell Mr. Freeman, you know, he's okay if we go outside with our tankards. We can just go right out there. He don't mind.
People outside. I've told you.
That's just normal people, Mr. Freeman. You're paranoid. They're just good old fellas trying to just have fun, just like the rest of us. You know,
No,
there's
I'm
a
not
lot of
paranoid.
fun.
Fucking Crag is paranoid.
Crag! Mr. Bone Crag! You don't have a tankard outside, will you? There's tons of other drink out there.
As you guys are talking, a man bursts in through the doors, and he just shouts. He has his hands cupped over his hands and up over his mouth, and he shouts. He says, "Those crazy fucking Belfort priests are handing out free silver."
Oh shit! Free silver! Oh,
First, lads! Here we go. We can take our tankers. Let's go.
I don't even have 1 silver.
And the guy turns to you and he says, "Well, you could if you get out there quick enough."
Now
I'm slamming down my drink, and I slam down my drink.
Put your fucking drink down. Don't even fucking bother. We gotta go.
Last one to
slam
the
it.
front of the tankard. So pace for the whole round.
I slam down my drink and slam it
I
down.
bolt
and
out of
follow
the bar.
crowd.
Okay, so you guys,
follow the boys.
so since Wilton didn't even take the time to slam down his tankard, he's out first. He's making it towards the line first. Everybody, just roll a dexterity check. Let's see speeds here now.
So super annoying. My fucking thing was muted for some reason. So I've been talking this whole fucking time and not one thing has been said. I was like, why are you guys ignoring me? Like, what the fuck? I was like, why you guys keep talking over me and shit?
I've been just going off of that and just going off the fact that I'm drunk.
Are we doing D20s?
Yeah, D20.
Yeah.
Oh, D20. Sorry.
You roll. Why'd you? Who?
Plus your dex
Dude.
mod.
That was me. That was
Daigle,
me.
you rolled a
Sorry.
D8.
I know.
I rolled a
I don't know why
7 and I have
Well-
a -2 on my dex.
Oh shit! Me and fucking Daigle rolling high.
with the +1. I have a +1 on that.
I have a +2 on Dex, so I got
Okay, so-
18.
I have a -2.
yeah.
I got a
So you
12 with
slam
the
it down
+2.
first.
14. Okay, yeah. So Edgar's pulling up the rear as usual.
He's green. He can't
And,
run very good. He has
and yeah,
tears
and-
in his eyes.
Yeah, I'm crying.
And we've got Anu at the head of the pack, so hungry for any money that he could possibly get right now. And Daigle and Wilton are right behind him. So you guys see that there is a line that is slowly accruing. People are just kind of like funneling out from the town square over near this orchard. It's like a stand of apple trees, and in between the trees, you can see that there are men in green and gold robes, probably the priests of Belfort, and they're sitting there with a stand. There's a sack of silver in between them, and they're each sitting on stools. And you can see a person will come up, they'll kneel before them, they get a stamp on their forehead, and then they receive a silver coin.
I sneak up the
fucked
line.
Come on, boys, let's get this silver.
I try to sneak up in the line.
Okay, do a stealth check to see if anybody notices you like sneaking into the line.
Oh shit! +2.
Okay, excellent. So you see an opportunity right away. You can see that there's a dude. He's just picking his nose and staring off into the woods, and you just hop right in front of him, 3 back. you're third from the stop. So and then everybody, let's find out where your places are. You're trying to sneak in. You go into the end of the line. What do you? What's your motive here?
Yeah,
What are you doing?
Can I huddle? Can we huddle and plan it?
Not
I was
anymore
gonna-
because the news already in there.
I'm
Yeah,
gone,
news
motherfucker.
already
Fucking,
gone.
fucking
besides
I
the
knew I
new-
needed you.
Besides,
Yeah.
the
Bastard.
three of you. Yeah.
Can us 3 plan? Make a plan? Us
That
3?
depends
Yes.
if your homies are gonna run off or if they're gonna stay and huddle.
Check
Sorry,
it. Check
boys.
it.
Every
I'm
man for
huddling.
his-
I'm huddling.
Every man
You
for
guys
his
are
own.
huddling? Okay.
I walk away. I'm like every man for himself or whatever, and I just
Oh,
walk up and
shit.
start. I try to pass my way through people by saying, "Excuse me, that's my uncle. Can I get up there?"
Okay,
to
do a
talk to him.
do a charisma check. Charisma check.
Oh
Alright.
yeah, there you go.
Roll it. 18.
Oh my
My charisma.
Yeah!
My charisma is.
So
plus
you
one.
oh my god, yeah. So you're going up to the line. You're like, sorry, it's
Hold
my
on,
uncle. And
this-
you two, as you're huddling, Wilton and Daigle.
Hold
you
on.
see he's
Does
just pushing
Edgar
his
get
way
up to
through the
me?
line until he gets right behind Anu and you say
Oh
what?
shit! What's up? What's up, Edgar?
I think the other. Hey, can I get? Oh shit! Like I'm a little drunk. I was like, "Hey, excuse me, mom." Oh shit! Hey, man. I look
Hey,
behind him
you-
like,
You think I'm your uncle, man?
the
Check
fellows
again,
aren't doing
motherfucker.
so good back there.
Me and Wilton
Last time I checked, I
huddled
wasn't a
together.
Fucking meth head.
Okay.
Me-
so as
me and Wilton
as-
had-
okay, so well, this is gonna happen as you guys are huddling. So you guys make it to the front of the line. and a new, like, there's only 3 people ahead of you. It's a really quick process. You go, they tell you, please kneel to the ground, my son.
I kneel drunkenly.
Okay. You
Hard
kneel,
onto one knee because
and,
my knees suck.
and they say,
I'm sleeping in the
may
woods.
you
What do expect?
receive the boon of the mighty Belfort, his heart and health, and bring it home with you tonight. And he stamps you on the head with this red ink, and he puts a silver coin into your hand.
Oh shit! Try not to stamp so hard next time. Oh, thanks, dude.
Noted, my son.
So I got. Well, I still got -1. I guess after this, I'd go pay back the bar. But we'll. Get
Okay,
there.
you can pay off. Yeah, you could pay off your.
I'd rather
your debt
start with 0.
if you
But
like.
yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you
We'll
have
get
this
there, we'll
silver
get there.
coin. Oh yeah, and the same thing happens for you, Edgar. They ask you to kneel.
I kneel with on one knee and do a mockingly like knight pose or something as I'm doing it. like a noble pose, like mocking the noble, like kind of like whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Let me see. Okay. Yeah. They don't pick up on it. So he repeats the prayer, and he stamps your head and fishes out a silver coin from the sack and gives it to you.
I take it. I just like mumble like, "Thank you, Father." Walk away. I ain't starting no shit with these guys.
And now you guys in the huddle.
Daigle, have you seen? No, wait, hold on. You seen this?
Listen, you son of a bitch.
What the fuck is this?
You owe me
bullshit,
like
man?
5 silver. You owe me like 5 silver, okay? Now
Dude,
I
last
have a
time you
good
said it was
plan.
like 2. I don't know where you keep getting
Okay,
these
well,
silvers
it
from.
doubled
Why do
in
I even
size.
owe
It's
you money
interest.
anyway?
It's interest. We'll talk about that later, okay? But
From
all I know
what?
right now is I can get you in the front of the line right now, but that silver's mine. I can get you there, and that's yours for 2 seconds, and it's mine. But we can get there, okay? I'm gonna create a distraction, all right? I'm gonna try to deceive these people. I'm gonna create some kind of ploy, okay? Because they can run out of silver any minute now, okay? All right, listen, you son of a bitch.
No.
Okay,
As you're
we got
talking,
this.
people are
Daigle.
going through the line too. People
Daigle.
are going through.
Daigle, check it. I got my pocket sand. I'll pocket
Got it?
sand them. You grab the bag and you fucking
Yeah,
take
grab my
off,
bag.
and we
I'm
meet
not a
up
thief,
at
okay?
the.
I'm a
wait,
con man.
Look,
I'm a little bit different. I have morals.
Look.
Can me and
Look, Will.
Can me
We'll
and
get the
Anu
bag.
walk
We'll
by
go back to the
smiling with
sloppy
their silver?
sisters. Buy a round for everyone. No one will
that'd be
suspect a
beautiful.
thing. A
My
centimeter and a
fucking
ditch digger.
knee! My knee hurts! My knee hurts! Someone's running by, just fucking kicked my knee! Where's my elbow? Get him! Someone just kicked my knee! I want to create a distraction, use my deception skill.
Okay. Roll deception.
I'm confused at what happened.
Matthew
He's,
created a distraction.
sick.
out of
Oh,
it.
fuck.
I have 2+ deception! I'm my fucking leg!
So one guy, so 2 or 3 guys look over from the line, and one of them says, "Piss off."
Too bad you're already a loud Irishman. Nothing's happening.
I
Can't
yell.
understand you.
I yell over. I discreetly just kind of whisper over to Wilton. Fucking pocket sand, you son of a bitch.
What do you do, Wilton?
Take some pocket sand out of my. I reach my hand down in my pocket, grab some sand, fucking splash it everyone's face right in front of me.
Beautiful son of a bitch.
What do you mean, everyone? Okay, so you guys are standing
How
away
far
from
does
the
your
line,
sand
and
go?
it's just you and Dangle. All
right, Gara, slow down.
I thought we were in line. I thought we were
You
in
guys
line.
never
right
got in
now.
line. You huddled.
Oh shit, we never got in
my
line.
bad.
We huddled outside line. Throw in their face and try to run in line.
I thought we were in
So he
line.
just threw sand in Daigle's face.
Yeah, fuck. I mean, fuck.
First of all, you told me to take out the pocket sand. Second of all, I thought we were in fucking line. You said sand. I grabbed the sand. I threw it. You know.
I panicked. Okay.
You've got 2 more. You've got 2
Hey.
more uses of pocket sand. Worth
Nate,
in your
is there any
pocket.
way that I can wrap my shirt around my face and get in line for a second time? Oh no, never mind. I didn't see my forehead. Never mind. That's not gonna work.
Yeah, you have to be able to get it off. The ink's on there pretty good though.
Yeah, so I forgot about the
Can we-
ink thing. Never mind.
Can we huddle again?
Okay, we're huddling.
Yeah, you guys huddle again. People are going through the line as you huddle and talk.
God damn
Okay,
it.
check it.
Look at run out
I
fucking
choose
silver
to
at this
walk
point.
back over to Daigle because I'm wondering what the fuck is going on and why
Dude,
they haven't
look it,
gotten
look
their
it.
silver
Yeah.
yet.
So okay. So when
And why
he joins
he's
the
why
huddle-
he's clutching his eyes as if he got.
My fucking face hurts. Okay, it was the wind blew too hard.
I'm glad
I
you're
don't
here.
know.
I'm glad you're here. So, Daigle, not listening. Sand got thrown. Shins were hit. Who knows what the fuck was going on? Listen. I'm gonna take my pocket
Just
sand.
get your silver.
I'm gonna go. No, yeah, but listen, we're gonna get a whole bag of silver. Now,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Keep talking.
Go for the whole beehive.
I'm gonna pocket sand the guys, handing out the silver.
A double.
Okay.
I need someone to grab it.
Hold 1 second. I go and search for Edgar.
All right.
Yeah, you see him. He's standing over there. You can see he's puzzled. He's running through his mind a way he can get
He's
back
like-
in line and get another coin.
It doesn't work.
I go and get him.
Okay. Yeah, you
It's a
go
brilliant-
next to the apple tree and pick up Edgar and you go to the
Edgar.
huddle.
I got a brilliant
Plan.
idea. I wish I had a hat.
Silver, go.
Okay. Maybe I could just go around and tell people that, you guys are sick or something and you need to get to the front of the line. I don't know.
That's the plan you have. Jesus Christ!
I can't
Listen.
lie
You're your
twice.
aunt that does the drugs. Holy shit!
Hey, she did do the drugs.
A guy walks up behind
hella
you guys in
drunk
the
and just
huddle
hella
and he puts his arms around you and he sticks out his tongue and he goes, "I got a silver." and he walks away.
Son of a bitch. Okay, let's just get in line.
No, check it. We already got the plan. There's only
Might as well
two.
get in line.
Is there only two of them up there handing out the silver?
Another guy walks away from the line and he stares at you guys and he looks and he acts like he's unzipping his pants to pull out his dick and then he just shows you a silver coin in his palm and he goes, "Ah."
Fuck my life. Why the fuck is this guy getting this silver?
Should
He needs silver.
should we rob him?
Who the fuck?
What? Not in this damn place.
No.
You gonna
check
grab
it.
his hang
There's too
time?
many
You gonna
witnesses,
grab that
too many
hang time?
witnesses. You're right.
Well,
You can see
owe me
a
like
child.
5 silver.
A child has just gone through the line and you see they're kind of like staring at the silver piece and they just put it in their mouth and swallow it.
You son of a bitch. Follow him.
I
Watch
think
where
we
he poops.
dissect that kid.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do.
Somebody wait till that kid poops.
One of y'all, two of
Okay.
y'all, go start
Let's
a
wait.
fight,
No.
Go start a fight.
No.
Okay.
and I will sneak
We're gonna
up
wait
and
in
try to
line.
grab the coin purse.
Oh yeah. Let's do that. He's the sneaky one. Okay.
Yes, but-
okay. This is the
but-
thing.
Wait.
Okay, I got
Throw
the
sand
plan.
in my
I got
eyes.
the plan. I got
This
the
is crazy.
plan.
Throw sand in my eyes.
What?
Throw sand in my eyes.
No.
I get real
He
crazy
already
when I
did it
can't see
once.
shit.
Nobody
again.
cared except for me and fucking Edgar.
It hurts.
Edgar.
It helps me build. It helps me get into character. If I can't
Edgar,
physically
Daigle.
see.
Edgar, Daigle, go start a fight off on the right. I'll
Okay.
sneak up.
Hold up.
I'll
What can
get
I
pocket sand? I'll get
Before I
pocket
go-
sand in one
If
of
you
each
guys want to
hands.
do anything like if there's anything you're interested in about your surroundings or people or things
That's
that you
what
see
I'm.
or you have
I
Before I
want for
go,
the
I wanted
smallest-
to know what I observe about the coin purse and who has it and where it's at.
Okay, so you see the two men.
Keep in mind, I've already been up there, so I've seen a close look.
So there is an apple orchard, right? And then there's
Yes.
a little road in front of it, and people are standing along the side of the tree line as they are walking up to where there are two men in gold and green robes that are sitting on stools with a sack of silver that is now probably about only a quarter full between them, and they are
I-
like. Yeah, and then like you can see it behind them. There's nothing but trees. To the right of them, the road just continues down away from the square towards the brook, the water. you know?
Okay.
I got a way to like.
So my
kinda,
idea.
like,
Here's what we're gonna do.
wow.
I'm gonna try to sneak. I'm gonna try to sneak into those trees behind them and sneak up
And be
and grab
naked.
it. I
No,
just need
just
a
get naked.
distraction.
You will be the distraction. Be naked while you're in the tree, and I'll say, "Look at them apples," and they're gonna turn around and they're gonna look at you naked in the tree, and I'm gonna grab the bag and I'm gonna run.
Nate, while this is going on, wait, what color is the red? Like, what's the shade of red on this? Oh my God.
It's maroon.
Hold
Alright,
up.
fuck
Hold
it.
up.
Are there
I got
any-
an
are there
idea.
any guards
Edgar.
in
I was
the
gonna
area?
say, can I cut myself and draw?
You want to
Edgar.
check for guards? Do a
From the-
perception check,
Okay.
or a wisdom check.
A wisdom check.
Yeah, so a D20 with your wisdom modifier. Unless you have perception. Actually, Wilton has perception, so he's got 17. Wilton knows that the coast is clear. There are no guards in this area.
Okay.
Oh, get it.
Now, Edgar, here's what I want you to do.
Nice.
Take some of your horse shit, you dirty fuck, and get that all over the place. Really make a distraction, because I know I can smell you from a mile off.
Be gross.
All right,
Just
all
be
right.
gross for us.
Yeah. Throw some shit into that crowd. Get people a little fucking weird.
But I feel like horse shit does not stink as bad as other type of shit.
Oh,
No, it
mix
does.
it.
I mean,
It's all
I
grass.
just-
like
I just assume because this town is used to smelling that.
It smells
And
like
it's
animals
not-
everywhere. A shepherd
Yeah.
just
Google,
came through town
you loud-
earlier today, and you can see that there are people still shoveling sheep shit off of the road from when the
Wait,
shepherd
guys,
came through
I
town
got it.
today.
I've been
I-
holding a
I
beer.
just-
I've been holding a beer shit in since about 11 o'clock today. Let me just go in the middle of the crowd and I'll just let it rip.
and
Oh,
then
he's gonna go take a shit.
I'm just gonna take a
Google.
shit in the middle of the crowd and I'm just gonna yell in tongues.
Google.
I just want to get in line, and it's
You just
Daigle.
going in line? Okay.
Daigle, he
He
did.
gives up.
Bone
He's just
crack.
in line now.
McDougal Littell gets in the back of the line. No, I just kidding.
Wilton.
Sons of a bitch.
When he takes his shit, make sure to draw as much attention to that as possible.
When he takes the shit, I'll throw the sand in their face and you grab the bag.
Oh my God. Okay, so simultaneously, let's just get this all going. So Matt,
I'm hold on. I'm not
Daigle-
sneaking to the bag yet. I'm sneaking into the trees behind them.
That is fine.
That's my-
that is fine.
that's
We're gonna
my-
do all these rolls separately. So
And then
Daigle,
I'm
you don't have
gonna-
to roll. You're just getting into line.
Okay.
And now we're gonna do. Okay, so Wilton, you're gonna go last. We're gonna need to do your stealth check right now. Go ahead and roll a stealth check anew. Yeah, as you try to sneak into the trees. All right, and now we're gonna modify this depending on how well this shit distraction goes. So
Okay.
so you
I got a plus
11.
2 to stealth too. Also. So
Yeah, you got 11. So
Do I have to roll
Joe,
for my beer shit?
roll for your beer shit. Let's do a Constitution.
Are you sure you don't want strength for that beer shit?
Constipation.
He's a lot of pushing power, but
12 and my constitution is +0.
Plus 0. Okay, so 12. So yeah, this is a big healthy bear shit. So yeah, you let out a waterfall of foam and human effluence onto
got
the
this for
ground
you, you
in front of the entire line, and some of the people are laughing. Some of the people are like, oh, and then the priest of Belfort. Let me roll for them. They're staring at you, and you can hear one of them say to the other one and say, I wonder what he spent his coin on. I don't want any of that. And
Can I stick my finger in the poop and wipe it on the red thing on my forehead?
oh my God. And
I'm
Anu,
gonna look crazy.
you have managed to sneak up behind them without being noticed. You're right to where you're within arm's reach of the bag of silver coins that was once so heavy it flattened the grass in all directions around it, now quite a bit lighter. In this brief moment, roll a dexterity roll as you try to snatch the bag.
Oh, shit! Oh,
fuck.
fucking get it!
Nice.
Snatch that bag!
Nat
No one
20.
sees shit. Almost invisible,
Snatch
motherfucker.
the fuck out of that bag.
All right, dude. So in one swift motion, you
fucking
grab the
ideal.
bag, put it underneath your cloak, and spin around the back.
I
of an
replaced it with a
apple
bag of rocks because that's a 20. I'm Indiana Jones up in this
tree. And
bitch.
replace it
Jones.
with a bag of rocks. Sure. Okay. Yeah, the bag of rocks you started your day off with. So
Can I yell in the crowd and just be like, I need help? And I just want to point them.
And I want to point at his
Daigle's
shit.
character and point at him. Like,
No, no, I want to point back at him.
Can I still throw sand at Daigle?
No, don't do that. Don't do that. I want to point at. I want to point
Planted
at.
on
back to
wrong.
the line.
I want to point at Edgar's character because there's an apple tree behind us. I want to point at Edgar's character and be like, "Look at them apples!" Well, shit's on the ground. We're just shitting on the ground because we're around a bunch of apples.
Yeah, a couple
I'm
of
not
guys
just
start
shit. I
laughing
didn't
their
just
ass
shit on
off.
the ground, guys. I was screaming in tongues
Hold on.
too.
This apple orchard, is it? Can I sneak through this apple orchard back to my camp?
No.
Okay.
So this apple orchard is like near town square. It's like skirting town square. The way this town's laid out, there's an orchard on like two sides of town square that basically block view of the poor sections of town. So
Y'all need a fence. This is how we did it.
yeah, this is how we did it before fences. We just grew them. But
just grew
so
'em.
yeah, so on the other side of this is town square, and the other side of that is the Sloppy Sister, and then there's like the hovel houses where Edgar lives.
Okay.
Yeah, and I took that fat shit. I was like, oh, I see why they call it sloppy sister. Sloshy.
Okay,
sister, I
so
like it.
I hide the bag in my backpack. Make sure no one can see it.
Okay, sweet. You have a heavy bag of silver. Yeah, you don't have the chance to really like go through it right now, but you have it.
Yeah.
Do I witness him stealing the bag?
I don't
Yeah,
think
what-
so. That was a
what
20, bro.
What was I doing?
Do I like
when this
see
went
it?
down?
Oh, you were at the back of the line, so I don't think you would have been in view
I
to
don't.
see him.
Well, it's a
Okay.
20, so probably no one saw that shit.
Okay, so I'm just kind of waiting for my.
Well, your
Well,
friends
then-
knew
I'm
what you
waiting-
were gonna do.
I'm waiting
so it
for
would
my-
probably-
Yeah,
Well,
they know.
well, since
It just
he's-
depends on whether the
since he stole
snitches or not.
Since he stole the bag already, and I'm in line for.
Yeah,
Basically
you start to
no
walk
reason.
towards
But
the
do you-
priest
do
with
you-
your
do they
hand
know
in
that I
hand, you
stole
notice
the bag?
is gone.
Do they know
I'm
that I
like-
stole it?
ready for my silver. I just want to be like ready for my
the bag is
silver.
gone when you approach. So
Okay.
what happens now? The shitting episode has ended. Joe's
Where is Joe?
Edgar,
Does he escape?
Edgar's asked for help.
I don't think I can
Oh,
get in trouble
Edgar,
for
sorry.
shitting in the middle of the ground. I mean, maybe I can.
No, you can't. So you you could.
It's a common occurrence.
The people you got a few people asking. They're like, "Oh, you had too much to drink. Hey, let's get you home. Let's get you home, huh?"
Does anybody have a cloth? Shit dripping down my ass.
Yeah, a guy pulls a nasty handkerchief out of his pocket and hands it to you.
I wipe my ass with it, stick it back in his pocket, and pat it. Thank you.
I follow,
Burp in his face.
I follow Edgar back to his house.
Yeah, so the man actually after that he just pushes you and he says, "Find your own way home, you asshole."
I don't need your help.
And
the
you
saints
guys
will guide me.
you guys hear the two priests yelling now. Oh wait, where's Matt? Oh, Matt's gone.
Yeah, I follow Edgar back to his house though.
Oh, he can hear us though. Okay, so you hear. So Edgar begins walking back towards the house. You guys hear the priest yelling. You're right in front of him, Wilton, and you hear them yelling. Guards! Someone's taking our silver!
Fucking waited in this line for no goddamn reason.
I just pictured actual Casey waiting in line, fucking waiting in this line.
Had to walk through this shit. Had
And you
to endure these fucking rascals, and I get to the front of the line, and the silver, it's gone.
Yeah, and you can see a bunch of other people on the line are also very upset. They're like, "What do you mean the silver's gone?" And you can see they're starting to turn into a bit of a mob right now. They're mad, and it looks like they're about to start
Riot,
shaking down the
riot.
priest.
Wait, can I talk to him? Can I talk to him? Can I talk to him?
Yeah, you can.
Can I say
I inside a riot.
I'm Bagel. I was here in the Belfort household recently. Maybe as an act of God that the silver should be placed somewhere else.
Then
The
obviously
festival
you don't
still goes
understand
on.
religion.
The festival still goes on, and the silver is, regardless of who has it, but it's still gonna make its way towards the people. So, let us continue on.
The priest
with
looks at
these-
you and he says,
this
"What do you
festival."
know of the silver?"
You just implemented yourself in the crime. You should have just.
I say-
separated yourself.
Technically, he
say-
knows nothing.
I know nothing, but I know it's the will of God that the silver has made its way to the people some way, somehow.
Casey's
I
in the
just
crowd.
have a bunch of rocks. I wouldn't be in line if I if I was expecting if I wasn't trying to get silver.
I walked
But
back to
I say
Edgar's house.
the festival lives on. What I want to say is the festival lives on.
And I don't take for missing silver lightly.
Yeah. So you did say like the silver will make its way back to the people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. That was suspicious.
Good.
And so
Sus
just
as
roll.
fuck.
Go ahead and roll a deception check.
I gotta take
All right.
piss really bad.
Oh shit. Let's do.
Yeah, I've been drinking. I'm probably gonna piss a few times.
God damn it.
Oh, plus 2, 15.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn good.
All right. Yeah. So they look at you strange for a second, but they accept and they say, "Indeed, the festival will go on, but we need to track down that bag. That wealth is meant for those
Agreed.
who support the words of Belfort." And there we are now. Here's a guard. So a guard shows up with a sword on his hip, and he begins pushing back people in the crowd, saying, "Now get off this priest before something bad happens."
I tell him, I'm with you, sir. I'd love to enlist, but I'm too busy, enjoying the fruitions of the festival. So, if Just let me know if you hear of anything suspicious, and I'll be right there for you.
The fuck?
My name's Deagle. I've been here before. I'm quite fond of the house of Gilmore.
He says, I know you. I've seen you around the keep. Your
Yes.
trade's a sick one. Get out of my face.
It's a sick one, but it's a necessity, sir. But yes, right away, I'll be out here.
Can I
And you see a man pushes back the guard, and the guard, he's got like a mailed glove and just punches him in the face with a gauntlet, and blood just
shit.
flies out of the man's face as he falls knocked out to the ground.
Oh shit! Run! Fucking run! Damn it! Someone's fucking been murdered! I can't handle it! I'm weak to blood, sir! I'm sorry!
Okay, so where are you guys headed? Yeah, the guard starts getting the situation
towards the
under
festivities. Towards the, I mean, like, away from the central point. Away from the central point, but let's go back into where like where the apples are, or not apples, but like where the other parts of the festival.
Well, Matthew,
We should head there.
Matthew, Freeman and Edgar are at Edgar's house right now. You're off yelling at this guard. I'm
Oh
over
shit!
here.
Well, I'm gonna
over
retreat
here.
back with them.
Well,
Okay.
well, that's what I was wondering, if I can sneak off while Matthew was doing that to warn my boys that Daigle's out there drunk, being suspicious as fuck.
Warn who?
About the
Damn.
The slop tops.
I'm a problem for sure.
Yeah.
So you guys will have to find a way to reconnect with Anu because nobody knows where he is right now.
Well, he said he would.
Motherfucker.
Oh, he
Freeman?
rejoined with Edgar, huh?
Yeah, they're at Edgar's house. That's why I was saying, like, Matthew's over here yelling to the
I
guards,
assume
being all
Casey
sus
probably
as fuck.
seen-
I'm
So
scared.
while
In the
he's
back of
doing
the
that,
Okay.
am I able to sneak off?
So you guys are gonna go back to Edgar's house?
Well, I was gonna say, like,
Am I
that's what I
still
was trying to
following
do,
Edgar
but
back to his house?
so
Yeah,
that
like,
can we all rendezvous at Edgar's?
what I was saying, like, because Matthew was over there being suspicious, right? So, like, when he was yelling at the guard, am I able to sneak off while he was yelling at the guard to go warn Freeman and what the fuck's your name, Joseph?
Edgar.
Sure. So
Edgar.
let's say this. Let me
Edgar.
set the scene for what happened, okay? So Matt started talking with the guard and the priest, not necessarily arguing, but talking with them, and then you slipped off while that was going on. You're like, oh shit, this is bad, and you ran up. You caught up with Edgar, and you see that Anu's with him, and they're headed back towards the hovel section of town.
Oh,
you hear
I
a
was-
commotion behind you guys. As a man falls to the ground bleeding, and you see Daigle run up behind you, yelling, "Oh God, the blood!"
Oh, I thought I was following Edgar sneakily, but that works. I like it.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure, you could be.
We're gonna
tailing him.
rendezvous.
That's what I was doing, was tailing him. I figured I didn't know where he lived. So
Let's just
me being
rendezvous.
the sneaky motherfucker I was like, oh, I might have
Yep.
a place to stay tonight.
Yep. So Edgar, Daigle, and Wilton are all together, and Anu is off on the sidelines, ducking behind houses and kind of like just following at a distance.
That's like my character.
Okay. Cool. So you guys make it back to Edgar's house. The door is wide open.
I sneak through.
shit.
Sorry, my
Try to
shit's
sneak
dying.
through the
You're
open
behind
door.
them, so I think Edgar made it there first. Edgar's
Well,
in the
I was saying I was gonna try to sneak. I thought they were already in. That's all. I thought that's why the door was open, was they went in.
No,
Did
no.
the
So
lock
I'm
up
describing.
again,
This is
Edgar?
what happens when Edgar, Wilton, and Daigle walk up. You see that the door to the house is just wide open.
Can I ask Edgar? It's like, do you lock your doors? Or you just can't leave them open.
Very much of a point.
You don't have nothing worth of stealing, do you?
I point or I nod my head to the corner. I was like, "You can move her. We can count it there." I haven't had time to
Oh, shit.
dig a grave.
I just realized his dead aunt.
Yeah. So you see. So just
Very
to let you
sad.
know, Edgar. I don't know if this was confusing earlier, but your aunt wasn't dead when you left earlier, but she is now. So you come back into the house. The door's wide open. Go ahead and do a wisdom check as you come into your house.
Yeah, you dumb motherfucker.
About to see that, I guess.
17. Okay.
And I have
you
a
can
minus
see.
one.
You can see that there are muddy boot prints leading into your house to where your aunt's bed is. She's been dragged off the bed, and there is a chain around her neck, and she lays there strangled.
Kinky.
Can I try to comfort Edgar? I say, at least she went in her sleep.
I am super drunk, so like I let it slide because at this point my guy's very numb. It's like jokes later.
Can I look around the place? Like get a like
Oh yeah,
a
it's a
visual
total
around?
shithole.
Mr. Perception over here.
What are you looking for? Oh, do a perception check.
Yeah, just see if anybody's in the house, like something like that. Door was open, you know.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and do a perception. Roll.
That's 20, right?
Yes. Almost always a 20.
I don't know what's. Oh, there it goes.
A 3.
Fucking shit.
Man, you ain't seen shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so you don't notice
You're
anything.
because
that-
Where
that
the
Edgar
fuck are
doesn't.
we?
You see the you see the two
dead
beds. You see the dead woman laying on the ground. You see chairs laying, out that have fallen from aside the kitchen table. It was like that when Edgar left the house.
When the fuck
But yeah.
did we get here?
That's perfect. My turn. Like,
Oh yeah. No, this is free round. Whoever's doing whatever.
Okay, so I come up on, I'm sneaking through fucking, I assume semi-deserted streets because people are in the crowd still, or at least they were in the crowd.
Oh, did you not
Yeah.
make it here?
Yeah, go ahead and do another stealth check as we're coming up this other part of town.
He was behind us, Joseph.
9 plus
Sorry,
2.
Yeah,
11.
fucking
And
we don't know if he's here.
Hold on a second.
Edgar. Sorry, I'm trying to get used to the names.
All right, yeah,
I'm
almost
trying to
every
remember
since
too.
this is a very poor part of town, there's almost nobody here. Everybody's enjoying the festivities
Okay.
right now. So
I wanted-
you managed to make through very easily, and you come to the open door that you saw your friends walk through. You see there's a dead woman laying on the floor, and they're all standing.
Okay, I want to do a look around, both inside and out. Make sure
Yeah,
I
go
wasn't
ahead.
followed. Make sure.
You're gonna check the outside too. Okay.
Yeah, I want to make sure I wasn't followed.
All right, word.
And then make sure there's no one inside the house that I don't know.
All right, go ahead and wisdom.
Wisdom -1.
Okay, yeah, you
Man, I
can't.
ain't seen shit.
It doesn't appear that you've been followed by anyone, and also nothing seems like too out of the ordinary, other than that this house is wrecked and there's a dead woman in it.
Okay, so I approach Edgar, and should he go? Oh, Edgar, I'm so sorry. Was she sick?
Nothing out of the ordinary. And I just bend down and I grab the chain and I try to look to see the one around her neck. I try to look to see if I recognize maybe if somebody, somebody I know carries around a chain and chokes people with it.
Oh, geez, I didn't even see the chain before. She into autoerotic asphyxiation.
David Carradine.
When you see,
That's my aunt, David Carradine.
so you pick up this chain, and you see that hold on 1 second. Sorry. So you can see that there is a actually a little talisman on the chain, and
Can
the
I make
yeah.
out what the symbol is on it?
make
Or-
out with your friends.
Yeah. Come here, let's make out before we solve this crime.
NCIS.
Yeah, so you can see a symbol that it's like a black X with with like kind of a squiggly line through it, and you recognize it as the symbol of Saint Severn.
So we can
That
add
in so long.
fuck.
Do we know what Saint Severn is? Do we know what it means?
He's one of the 5 saints. He's known as the Lord of Purity, the Exalted
Okay.
One, and the Holy Purger.
Yeah.
So we can add drug abuser to the list of kitty fiddlers. Or drug abuse. So we can add the murder of drug abusers next to kitty fiddlers. I don't know what else we can say about that. Anybody
Yeah, so
else
he's
know how
the-
we can?
He's the least worshipped of the 5 saints of the Sancropentis.
Hey, you guys. I think someone has obviously been here. She did not die of normal circumstances, unless she's into some kinky shit. Which
Nah, man, her pussy
so am I,
throbbing.
but
No, I'm just kidding.
we got to get the fuck out of here.
We need to find who did
I'm
this.
with Freeman.
I'm
know what's going on
my
with
guy's
these.
thinking illogically and angry. I'm like, we need to find who did this.
No, Edgar. Fuck that. Let's just go.
No, I am
Get
tired
out.
of sitting
Also,
at the bottom of the totem pool.
Am
Somebody
I
needs to
sobered up
pay for
now
this.
after that thrilling steal that I just did?
Do another con stave. Oh yeah, you did all this drunk. That's pretty crazy.
I'm fucking sober. Yeah.
He's the drunken thief, man.
Yeah, dude. The rush of picking up that sack of silver and then making it
Guys, I'll be
through
right
2
back.
districts of town entirely unseen has fucking brought you back to
Okay,
Stone
so
Cold
yeah,
Sober.
Edgar, we gotta go. We cannot stay here. Shit is going down. That chain shit. I mean, I'm into it, but that shit ain't normal.
We gotta figure out what happened.
Oh, Edgar walked
Um,
away.
Yeah, I was gonna say Joseph walked off for a sec. He said
Did
he'd be
he
right
actually
back.
walk
I'm gonna
off?
tell
Is that
Miss-
in
Well,
game?
he said
Mr.
In
no,
game?
he said,
Mr.
he said he'll be
Freeman.
right
No.
back.
Well, that
Mr.
could be
Freeman.
that could be something he did. He's grieving. You don't know. He
His
could just walk
character's
away.
grieving.
He walks
Mr.
away
Freeman.
from you sadly.
This
he's
was
still
definitely-
thinking it over in his head. Contemplating
Mr. Freeman,
I choose to turn to the others and say, we gotta fucking go.
Hey,
Whether he
I
wants
say-
to go or not, we gotta go. One
Hey,
of you needs
Mr.
to go get him, though.
This is definitely-
I'm with
what's-
Freeman.
Mr. Freeman, this is definitely malicious here. I think
Oh,
we
for
have
sure.
to think this one over. We got to figure out what happened. There's a way to prevent any further damage. It's obviously malicious, so I guess we're investigators here. I'm not spooked by blood, unless it's
Well,
suddenly.
If you
and it happened
fancy
in front of my
yourself a
face.
fucking
And I
investigator,
see
try to
it.
think-
And I get
try
scared.
to figure out
and I
what
run,
happened.
But that's okay.
Try to figure out what happened, or at least put your shit to good use while we get dumbass Edgar back out here.
What the fuck does she know is why she wanted to be eliminated by the upper families? It's not like your horses are any faster than the other ones.
Now, Mr. Wilton, Mr. Bonecrag, what do you want to do?
Hey,
You wanna go
Mr.
get
Browncut, Wilton, of the family line, how often is the family buried of this sort? Like her family, are they buried often? I just wanted to know, has it happened often, or is she the first of her kind to be buried recently? I wouldn't know if it's malicious and if it's just on the family or what.
Okay, y'all are taking too long. I gotta fucking go. I cannot be here. I cannot get found here.
I walk.
You
to
go ahead and
grab
hide in the
Edgar.
bush.
What'd you say, Wilton?
I said I walk over to go grab Edgar.
Okay, now we need to wait for Joe.
Well, they
Yeah,
can
I
do
was
their
like, now I
interaction.
I gotta wait.
Well, they can do their interaction while
I want to say,
we're waiting for Joseph.
Mr. Freeman, if Wilton knows
Mr.
Freeman,
God.
Scott Hatch.
Scott Hitch.
Okay.
So,
Or however you say it, you Irish bastard.
so if it is malicious, she's the first of her kind. If it's not malicious,
Is she, though?
I'll be right back.
Mr. Freeman, Bone Crag would know. Bone Crag would know if it's
would you?
regular
I thought
that
you were
the
just
people
a no
die at
good
the same
Irish
rate.
swindler.
Listen, you son of a bitch. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this, okay? I'm done fucking playing games. I'm done playing personalities.
I was just being him. And he's just,
I'm gonna be here, okay? And quit pushing me the character, because I know what you're wanted for, okay?
oh, do you now?
I do know. And I'm wanted
Do
for the
you,
same
though?
motherfucking thing.
Let's
Yeah.
fucking hear it, bitch. No.
There might be ears in this place that we don't see.
Yeah. So quit opening your mouth. You're supposed to be a sin eater. Shut that fucking hole.
There's Edgar.
Sorry, guys. My kid
Edgar!
pulled his diaper off and shit everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
Edgar! Let me just ask you this real fast.
Obviously, Mr. Bonecrag got lost looking for Edgar.
This motherfucker.
yeah, he went to
Edgar!
look for you.
So, What is your aunt? Is it your father's name, your mother's, or how should I go about it? But how often do your kind die? Sorry, nothing comedic about that. But how often in the past, couple of years or so that your kind die?
I wouldn't know. I've never met my parents.
Well, I
don't
can
know.
tell
See,
you
I'm
that
died-
the bone.
Whether she be
What
my
are they?
real aunt or not. All I know is she was the only person that's ever taken care of me, or tried to.
Hold on. Hey, Nate. Since I was a local of this town, do I know about the Nolums at all?
The Nolums? Go ahead and roll a wisdom.
No.
No. So, and actually, you probably wouldn't either. They're
Yeah.
not a very well-known
check,
family. They're very few. That's why he doesn't know many of his family members either. Like, it's unknown how many generations that name even goes back.
Or how it even came
I'm
about.
trying to figure out if
Yeah.
this is a crime of passion.
Crime
So,
of passion.
I'm trying to figure out for you. So
I would like to look around to see if there's any evidence of searching.
Oh yeah, so I'll just tell you. So you guys have already done some search checks of the house. Nothing in the house. So that you do see things knocked onto the ground, but none of the cabinets are opened up.
But only a struggle, right?
Yeah, there's just a
Okay.
struggle at the bed, and there's boot prints going into the house to the bed, and then going right back out the door.
that sounds
Well,
like a bit of honeymoon for me.
Yeah.
Can we follow the footsteps?
Yeah, from what I've seen, it doesn't look like they were searching for anything. This
When you
looks like
For
to be-
love, for marriage.
You can try doing a perception check or a wisdom check as you go outside of the house to follow the boot prints, but it will be difficult because the streets are just muddy and people have been walking through them.
Is there
Well, I
way you can
assume
look for any
Casey's
objects
searching
that are
right now,
sharp?
so I'm waiting for him to get it back.
Yeah.
What time is it right out?
Bone crack.
What's
Can
the
I
time of
search?
day?
Time
By
of
the way,
day? It's just the evening. The festival has just begun. It hasn't been that long that you guys have been in the house arguing after getting the bag.
I want to search around my place to see if there's any sharp objects I can take. Just in case.
there's a lot of traffic there. I think our
Mr. Bone Crag,
investigative
when searching for
skills-
Edgar, did you see anything out of the ordinary, unusual?
Do I?
Is-
roll for that?
Is there a bone crack? Do you know this man? How well do you know this man?
Do I
Mr.
roll for
Mr.
that, or do I just?
Edgar
What are you
came
looking
back.
for?
Well, he said. Did I see anything like suspicious, basically weird,
Or out of the ordinary.
You guys have already looked the house over multiple times, and so the house is just as I've described it.
Okay. No, I didn't.
We got to get the fuck out of here. We got to leave.
Can I search for any sharp objects to defend
Yeah,
myself
so
just in case?
In your kitchen, so you do have your strap on. You keep that motherfucking thing on you. So you have your leather strap with the piece of metal on it, which is like something
Talk
you've
about
kind
it,
of
talk
carried.
Is
for
that what the
protection for
bridle
a
strap
while.
is?
There is a kind of
Is that what
dull
it-
kitchen knife that you have. Like you do have a knife there for cutting up meat and bread, but it's a very piece of shit knife.
Can I still take it just in case?
You can take
You
it
never really-
absolutely. Just add dull iron knife to your bag.
Dull iron knife. All right.
I searched
gotta
for
go.
food.
You search for
You know,
food.
I
There's
agree
tons
with
of food
Mr.
for free
Freeman.
at the festival.
My hand's dead.
Mr.
Wants
Freeman
to
is
leave, whether they follow me or not.
I'm gonna hightail it with Mr. Freeman. Me and
There
Mr.
we
Freeman
go.
hit
We're
it.
getting the fuck out.
A new Indago will head on. Oh yeah, let me take this a moment to say something too. If you guys do any splitting up today, please do it only in pairs, not all separate, because that'll get very complicated.
It'll
Indeed.
take longer.
Yeah.
Can I yell at? I want to yell at the door. Like, so what? We're just gonna leave it like this. We're not gonna find who did this.
I don't
got
answer.
time- we don't got time to.
Me and
find-
Mr. Freeman are gone.
You're looking into the eyes of your friend, obviously distraught at the murder of his aunt laying on the floor, as a festival's going on in town with trumpets and the smell of delicious roasting hog in the air, mingling with the horse shit, of course.
Wilton, you know as good as anybody else this could have been done by it. Hold on.
I lead Dago back
job.
to my wooden hideout.
I was gonna.
Oh, what is
And
it?
you-
I try to sneak with him there. So as
You're
best
trying to
as I
sneak
can.
out of town?
Yeah.
Okie doke. Is anybody going with him, or is he going alone?
It's just me and Daigle.
Yeah, I was
Me and
trying to
Daigle
convince
already
Chase
left.
to stay.
I just want to say too, it's like
Do we know where Freeman lives? Me and Edgar.
live no.
That would be up
anywhere.
to Freeman if he ever told you where he stays.
Nomadic.
I don't know if he.
I might have mentioned it in drunken passing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
They
Yeah.
let him roll a wisdom to see if they remember.
Okay, let's
just
see if
wanna
you
tell
remember.
him-
This is Bard talk. Go ahead and do a D20 for wisdom.
I got a 2.
Absolutely not. You have no idea where this. piece
What
of shit
about
is.
what about Mr. Edgar over there? He needs to roll 2, doesn't he?
Do you want to roll, Edgar?
Sure.
I think we should follow Edgar's story real quick, and then we'll get to we'll
7
get
plus
to
1.
me and Mr. Freeman. We can go a second after their
I
story.
was just
'cause
trying
they're
to. I was
at
just
the
trying
crime
to tell
scene.
Wilton over there. It's
Okay.
like, Wilton, you know as
guys
good as
wanna-
I do that this could have been done by anybody. If anybody would understand this would be you. You know how these nobles work. It could have been done by the whole Jesus, by any of the damn saints in this, or any of the damn clergymen.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was trying
No,
to
that's
think
good.
of-
That's good.
I said
Yeah,
Jesus.
clergymen,
There's no
priests,
Jesus.
bishops, anything like that. There's like there's a church structure around the saints.
You know
Edgar.
more about these things than anything. Tell me anything you know about this symbol. Who follows this saint of disgusting values? I don't know. I don't know.
Edgar, I don't know of this symbol, but we need to get out of here right now. We will find out who did this, but right now we need to go.
Bullshit. We leave now. We're not gonna figure out what happened here. It'll get covered up. Something will happen. If we don't take in any clues now, it'll be cleaned up by tomorrow. Or worse, a fire burns the whole place to the ground. Somebody's gonna cover this up. Why they haven't done it already, I don't know. This is a crime of passion. Nobody would just break and take nothing. Nothing's moved but the struggle of my aunt. Somebody wanted her mouth shut, and I don't know who. I don't know why. Someone as low as her, someone out of her mind. Maybe she's seen something. Maybe she knows something. Maybe her visions aren't as bad as, or as batshit as I think they are.
All right. So
There might be something hidden there.
let's I think we got like 2 minutes. Let's try to look around and see whatever clues we can find
All
real
right.
quick.
That's all I'm asking.
While they're
It's just a short
searching,
period
can
of
me and
time.
Matt go?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So do stealth checks as you're trying to sneak out of town. Is
Yeah,
that what
I'm
you're doing?
sneaking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You guys get caught and someone yells, "There's a couple of fags."
Hey, I know you. Like someone's like, hey.
Okay, so you, as you are stepping out of the house, you can see that there's like a few stragglers that are walking by, and they're just beginning to head towards the festivities. And there is as they're walking by, you kind of like you try to get behind them, but you trip and you fall to the ground, and the coins jingle and a bunch of them fall out of your bag. And the group of men, there's 3 other men, just start like picking up the coins, and yeah, they're picking
How
up
many
the coins
men?
around you. 3 of them.
More than you can have sex with.
3 men.
I go for the
Answer your
coins at
question.
the same time, but in realizing
Answer
that
your
one of them
question.
is that they're grabbing for him, I go for an uppercut.
You go for an
Ooh,
uppercut. Okay.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Okay, roll a strength roll for your attack.
You're crazy. Oh, he's a big guy though.
Oh, no.
17.
He's a big
All
man.
right.
Hold
The
on.
bear.
Mike's
Plus
Roll
2.
it. Roll it.
He's a big guy.
Sick, dude. So roll a d4 for damage, and then this is a what is it called? Non-lethal damage, and then add your strength modifier to it.
So that's 6. And this is 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
there you go.
Oh, that's a D10. Hold on.
You
Oh,
slipped.
Okay, roll a d4. That's a
D12?
The
d12.
four is the
That's a
first
D12.
one.
What
Right?
It's a little triangle. Little triangle.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I was going the wrong direction.
Okay. And then
It's small rolls every time.
what's your strength modifier?
Plus 2.
Plus 2. Okay, that knocks this man out.
Nice.
So, yeah, you do an uppercut from the ground. So the men are reaching for the coins. They can
How do you
see
looking?
They can see you.
Yeah, relevant.
They see you getting up, and one of the
Literally.
men tries to shove you down, and you just fucking Hadouken uppercut into his face, and he falls to the ground, knocked out.
My man's the big guy.
I think it's you. You're next in fucking. You're next.
I'm not.
You-
I'm not combative. But
You dick. You dick.
I'm not. My
But I can
stats
egg you
aren't
on.
combative. I'm
Yeah,
not
there you go. Stick
combative.
'em.
I'm your hype man.
Yeah.
Like there you go. Stick 'em. Oh yeah, he's gonna get it right there.
I take out my leather sharpener. Okay. I grab one of the men and I hold it close to their neck. And I say,
Okay.
"You
As
just
you can
phoned."
do that. Oh, sorry. Just before you
ahead.
describe your thing,
yeah.
as you press your letter sharpener sharpen your letters, man. No, but your letter opener to his neck, you can feel the your birthmark getting hot.
What?
Oh shit!
Oh, you horny bastard.
I drop my leather sharpener. I drop it and I collapse to my knees.
Okay.
And then he claps his cheek.
Collapse to my cheek.
What is happening to me after my uppercut?
I
So the
collapse
man-
to my knees.
So the man that you press that to his neck, he sees you fall to the ground. He sees the knife, and one of his hands just instinctively opens. He drops several silver pieces. He realizes that he still has a few in his other hand, and he turns around and just starts running towards the square.
Wait, do you have
Mike,
a
now we're
secret
broke.
birthmark that none of us knew about? Is that what's going on?
I do.
Yeah, what is
Okay.
this?
Or my
do-
backstory.
I pull my club from my back and swing at the remaining person.
Okay. Oh God. Okay. So roll an attack.
He don't have no
Roll.
money.
20.
He doesn't have any money. He's just there.
He's just there.
No fucking witnesses.
So roll your d20.
Is you gonna win this time?
Damn.
God.
+2 that misses. So yeah, you swing out your club towards him, and he says,
Look at this.
he says, "This ain't worth it," and he turns around and tries to run. You can do an attack of opportunity since he turns his back on you.
He did this. And
I try to pick up as many silver pieces as I can and grab Dougal and run.
Diggle, you dick.
Daigle.
Daigle.
Everybody keeps calling you Dougal.
Stop it.
Doogie
Daigle.
Howser.
It's Daigle. Okay.
Ass.
So, you guys, so you scrape up as many coins as you can. Yeah, you get all the remaining coins off of the ground in the matter of 30 seconds or so. And so now, Daigle, you have a handful. You have probably like a handful of silver, and then the rest of the silver's back in the bag. And you've probably lost about 2 handfuls of silver from the men that ran off.
Shit. God damn.
And you guys begin heading outwards of town. There is a road that leads away from the square across from one of the fish farms where you can cross a brook and get back into town or get back to where you are outside of town.
I
would actually-
I'm gonna tell
I would
Mr.
actually
Freeman,
like-
Mr. Freeman, this is the worst hangover I've ever had with not a lot of alcohol, but there's a fucking hell of a hangover. So I think something bit me. Something fucking bit me. I don't feel right.
Yeah, I don't know what you took, you crazy Irish buck, but we gotta go.
Listen, guy.
Listen, motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
I'm trying to help you, motherfucker.
I don't want to shy away from the festival. I need it. I need this, and then I pass out.
I don't. Yeah, and
shit.
before he passes out, I say, I don't care what you need. Just get your goddamn legwork. Oh fuck!
Yeah, he's passed out, dude. What do you do with his limp body? It's on the ground.
I can't
Or
drag
it's-
him
or it's
across
in
the
your arms.
river.
Just don't fuck me.
I look around for a
Try to
bush.
fuck me,
I
bro.
look around for a bush.
You found one in the front of his.
I look around for a hiding place.
Okay. Yeah. So along the road, you see that there are some homes that are they're a little bit nicer than some of the other ones, and there are some shrubberies in front of them that you could potentially hide behind.
I choose to hide Daigle in the shrubbery.
Okay. So you tuck.
Dick.
Go ahead and do a stealth check.
A twig goes in
as
his
you're trying
ass.
to hide this what
Hard.
looks like a corpse in the.
I'm still in the open. You just throw me on a crossroad? Something will happen to him.
So a woman and her
safe.
child, a woman and her child are walking down the lane.
They trip over me.
Heading from like this kind of like eastern part of town on the road towards town square to go to the festival, and they stop as they watch you stuff a limp man's body into a bush out in front of someone's house.
I turn to them and I say, "Oh, don't worry, he's just sleeping. I just don't know where he lives, and he needs a place to pass out. This looked like a soft
He's just
place."
drunk. Yeah.
That's actually true. So you don't have to roll a deception for that, but do a charisma check to see how they receive it anyway.
Oh, he's
You
just
can all you
fucked
can
up.
hear
He
is
came from the bar.
all you can hear is what's your name? Dragle? What's your name?
Daigle. It's Daigle.
Plus one.
So
Daigle.
so Daigle
Hatch.
farts in sleep and goes.
So a 10, a 10.
Okay. So the woman looks. She looks obviously like frightened, and she turns back. She looks at the bush. You see the man's leg is still like sticking out of the bush, and the kid says, "What happened to that man, mommy?" And the mom says, "So some people started partying a little earlier today. Let's go." And they just start. They dip at a quick pace, headed towards the town square.
Okay, I scamper across the river, try to get.
She looks back over her shoulder several times as they're walking away.
I scamper across the river, trying to get to my hideout.
Okay. Yeah. So do a stealth check as you try to escape town. This will be your
I feel
last
like none of
stealth
us
check.
got any of this gold.
Oh,
my
my god!
Okay. So you go out of town and you're just going as fast as you can. You have no idea whether somebody has seen you or not.